Back. All right, sorry about that. I don't know what it is with YouTube, but I don't know what it is that it keeps freezing. Thank God you guys text me, because I frickin' this mountain is not after anything. I just created it. It's one of those things, you know, you get something in your head and you just kind of go with it, right? That's kind of what I did here. So I always use a cup because I can throw the cup away when I'm done with the paint. Just kind of dab it, and eventually I'll come back and I'll dab it some more, and we'll definitely get it all covered eventually. Paper mache too is, if it's not completely dry, it'll be kind of weird. It'll take a, I don't know, it kind of, definitely see my screw ups in here, but by the time I'm done putting everything around it, greenery and whatever else, it'll be good enough for what I'm doing. I'm not gonna try and perfect it in any way, shape, or form. The idea is just to have fun with it, I think. So set that off to the side. Hold that a little bit. Keeps moving on me. But that's kind of the gif of what's going on here. That's what I'm working on. So see what it says here. What's going on, guys? Davis says back. Yeah, this is just, it's nothing perfect. It's just for fun, right? I'm gonna put I know that if that paper mache isn't completely dry, you'll know, because it'll pull up. It's kind of weird. I've messed with it quite a bit too. I've used it a lot. So I'm kind of just dabbing it. Most of this on top is pretty dry. So, but I can tell if it's still a little wet because it starts to pull up as soon as you put the paint to it. So I'll stay away from that top piece, and I'll try and get some of this here, bottom corner here. I think it's going to look pretty cool when I'm done with it. Let's see if I can turn this. Do I like it better than foam? Well, the foam's underneath. So how I built this was pink foam. And I pieced it and kind of stacked it, and you can kind of see where the differences are, which I didn't care about that. And then I took and bought from Amazon, I bought these rolls of plaster cloth. It's basically casting. When you do like casts, wet it. I put it in this little vat of water here in this tub, and then I just drape it And however it lays, it lays. Then I come back with the paper mache, which is this right here from Hobby Lobby. And it's like $6 for that bag. And I mix it, and then I just apply it. And that's kind of what gives me that texture of what I like. I like it simple. I don't want to get too intricate with. You can take plaster, put it on thick, and then come back and cut it with a knife and make all your stuff that way. I mean your rock cutting. But I just wanted to match what I already have, and I'm pretty simple, so I just want to put the mountain in. I'll add a little bit of greenery here and there. I'll probably glue some foliage here and there, maybe put a tree once in a while, but at the very top up here there won't be any trees. And I'm gonna white cap this, so I'm gonna take some white snow and I'm going to sprinkle it just on this top piece. Maybe this peak here and this peak, a little bit of snow here. I don't know, we'll see how it turns out, but that's kind of what I'm after. I just want something to put in that corner. But I think, Mikey, how you doing this morning? I think that when you build this kind of stuff, I mean, you kind of do what you want with it, but you can see I covered all of it's done back here. So you'll be able to see this whole back side here and this front side. And I'll still paint all this gray, but you won't see this because that'll be against the wall, but you will see the top up here. So I'll paint this top piece, paint this whole back. It'll all be gray by the time I'm done with the whole thing. And then we'll set it into place. But by the time I'm done with it, it'll look pretty cool. I know you can see the lines of how I laid the plaster cloth, but that's what gives it the differences in the rock, I guess, if you look at it that way. I just see things my way, other people see things their way. And I don't know, you just, like I said, just have fun with it. But this thing is fitted to fit. I'll show you where it goes. It goes all the way back here. If you remember, let me see here. I got my bridge out this morning, so walk through here. If you remember over here, I had that lookout tower right here. So that big tall piece is gonna fit right there in the wide spot. And I made it to fit right on top of that edge. So it's gonna fit there and those trees will be right in front of it. I did make it fit there. So I fitted it. I fit it and built it there. Now I'm gonna detail it more. It'll be more than just gray. So kind of what you see here, the gray and the whites. I put a little bit of white. I learned that from Rich. A lot of guys have given me shit about, oh, well, mountains have brown, but you know what? This is my mountain area. This is my layout. So I kind of want it all to blend. So if you look at it, it all blends. And even all this blends in this gray. So I just did it all to blend. And then that's gonna blend in this corner. And what I kind of want to do over time is I kind of want to put some smaller pieces in here and kind of build a mountain background across here to that piece and kind of tie it in and make it kind of look like my own Rocky Mountains, I guess, since I'm here in Colorado. I figure why not. But I think it's going to help this little corner. I'm going to move that map. I'm going to move that map probably around the corner over there. Put it over by my work bench over here on this other side. That way I don't cover it up. But that's what I'm kind of looking for. That's what I'm looking to do. So, I mean, if you see something, build it. Just have fun with it. That's the main thing, right? So, I don't know if you guys seen these little tankers. These little Atlas tankers came in. Those are Atlas beer cans. They're in stock, but these here you guys will really like. These are the Rapido coil cars. Look at that. Look how nice those are. We got those in stock, so grab them up while they're available. I got some NS power. Let me pull this up. I'm just gonna pull it forward so I can show you the NS ones. There's the NS. Look at that. Didn't Rapido do awesome on those? I think they did a beautiful job. And then you take the, let me see if I can get the top off here. I don't want to break it. Rapido puts a lot of intricate little parts on here. There's the top. Right there's the top. But there's the coil car itself. You can put coils in it. Yeah, they're sharp. They're nice. But you can put the coils in it. You know what I thought about putting in there for coil and weight, but these cars are weighted pretty good. I would put, like your old Athearn motors that are burned up, take the weights off the ends, just pop them off and throw them in there. I think that'd be a pretty cool thing to put in there. You could even cut plastic tubing, like pipe, and you could paint them gray and put them in here. So you could take, like, let me show you what I'm talking about. It's just an idea. I know it's not, I'm not a rivet counter for damn sure. Let me show you here. Let me see if I can find the car. There it is. See, this is just conduit. So you can take this conduit and just cut it. I put a piece of black thread around it just to give it the look of banding. I was messing around with them, but if you could find the right size of them, so you could put that in there, and I believe, I don't know if it'll fit on this. Yeah, it'll fit. Look, that's the perfect size. Look at that. And then you got coils. So you could put rolls in there like this, and all that is conduit, plastic pipe. But it fits perfect. Look at that. It sets right in there. So if you did a few more, I'll just take them off this car. This car is an old brass car. I think I built those a couple, 3 years ago, but you could take, oh, those might be stuck on there. That one is anyway. I'll leave those on there, but check this out. It's just a piece of conduit. Let's go back here and, yeah, I must have glued them at one time. See the glue on the bottom? You can just put these in here like this. I don't think they'll be able to fit all the way in there against each other because of the size. It might need to be a smaller diameter, but you can still fit. I'm thinking most of those are going to fit in there. Look at that. They're in there now. So I think that's pretty cool when you can build little things like that to make it work. Good morning. What's going on? Sophia, what's up? But yeah, those are cool. Those NS cars right there are awesome. Rapido made those Greenbrier coil cars, and I really like them. They're pretty nice. Let's go back here. I got paint out. Look, Mikey, I was in my drawer of paint. Mikey's been here, so he knows where most of this shit is. Here they are right here. Check it out. Look at that. Tons of coil cars. So if you're needing some Rapido, we even got some really nice Rapido 2-bay hoppers here too that you might like. There's some tankers here. Atlas, Intermountain, lots of USA trains. We've got some AccuRail, got more coming, AccuRail kits. I noticed they build those kits kind of in little bit by little bit, and they send them out. These are all home shop cars. If you're looking for a certain home shop car, don't mind the yellow tag. We're doing inventory, so that's how we mark off everything we've already inventoried. So, but anything you kind of need, we can probably get it. Lots of locomotives, construction equipment, foliage. If you guys ever use foliage, you can take this foliage right here, the clump foliage, and break it off, and you can use it as scenery, just as easy as some of this. It won't look as pretty as this, but you can at least cover up some places around buildings and stuff. We've got the rusted. We've got quite a bit of stuff in here, so if you're looking for something, just reach out. Full-blown store. You got questions, especially TikTok now, guys. If you got questions about pricing, just send a message to the store. Do we stock high-end locomotives? Like, I don't do brass, but I will stock Rapido, Pico, Intermountain. We don't stock Athearn because Athearn won't give us they won't give us a dealership because we're not brick and mortar. So that's their loss. So the Athearn you see in here are coming out of my collection that I'm getting rid of. But Broadway Limited, Steam, and everything they have that they've come out with, we have in stock. So like I said, Rapido, Atlas are very nice locomotives. Intermountain makes very nice locomotives. So that's kind of what we carry on locomotive side of it. N scale, we carry BLI, Atlas, Intermountain. Every once in a while we'll get some Athearn, but not too much, just because, like I said, they won't sell to us because we're not brick and mortar. So mostly Intermountain, Atlas, Cotto, and BLI in the N scale. But we have everything available. All scales. We do all scales, but the one thing we're not going to carry anymore, we're just not, because we don't sell enough of it out west here, is the O scale. That's about all the O scale we got left right there. And actually, there's some pretty good deals on some of those right there. Those are some of the Donald Trump cars that came out. So that's what we have left. We had a whole bunch of O scale and we got rid of a bunch of it. So, but all these buildings and kits, turntable, Pico, Christmas train, it's a whole set with track and controller. Set of 6 of the UP coil cars, Thomas the Train, we got Polar Express. I mean, we can get a lot of this stuff. We got nice signs too that are built by Rich. HO Scale Showcase makes these. They're all acrylic signs. But if sometimes I get rid of some of the stuff out of my collection every once in a while. So it does happen. I kind of get new ones and I get rid of them and then I get newer ones. But Hornby, thanks for coming in. Everybody that's in here, thanks for coming in. But we sell everything from scenery to couplers to accessories. We can get most everything except for Athearn. Athearn, I don't even worry about Athearn. To me, I don't know if even Horizon wants Athearn. They're a good brand. I don't have a problem with it. I got some Athearn. But Denver Model Trains. The reason I covered up the denvertrains.com is because TikTok likes to get upset with us when we send people to other websites other than theirs. So this is all my Steam collection here. Caboose corner. But all the signs you see, Rich made the acrylic. He's made those. So, but the layout, I will be live later. I'm still kind of off work till Friday. I go back to work Friday after New Year's. So I'll still be doing a few lives here. And then New Year's Day, today I'm going to do the video. I'm going to put the figures out to show you. We're going to hide some figures along the layout here. And then when I do a live, if you see like the dinosaur right there, if you find it and you can tell me where you saw it and exactly where it's at and point me to it, we're going to be giving away a little bit of rolling stock. And it'll fit whatever you're doing. If you're doing O scale, it'll probably be one of those Donald Trump truck and flat cars. If you're doing HO, we'll have something. N scale, we'll have something. So I'll be doing that New Year's Day. But that's what we're doing with that. Run a new locomotive, Rock Fan. I'd run it for at least an hour and a half, 2 hours. Let's see here. The chat won't stay up. Do you have a 307 Santa Fe HO scale? Probably not. If a 307 is steam, Santa Fe doesn't stick around too much. Santa Fe sells pretty good. We have like Santa Fe in an SD45. We have it in a GP35 and maybe a 30. Any cranes? I don't know if there's any cranes in the store right now, but I know that we have access to this type of crane. We can bring these in from a company that we get stuff from, Diecast Masters. But as far as, I think the only crane that I remember having in here is going to be this right here. That's one crane right there that Bachmann makes those. Really nobody makes them other than the kits from a few different companies. Like this company right here is Fulmer. They make this type of crane but it's for a scrapyard. It's a kit. And then this guy right here, the hijack crane, MyJack crane, it's a kit. You have to build it. It's for the containers. So that's in stock, like that is. But as far as other cranes, I think they have sold out, because we had some crawlers that had, well, they weren't even cranes, but we can get them in the Diecast Masters. And some of that stuff special order because it doesn't sell that well. I don't think it sells very well. But we do have, we have access to it. So if you're looking for cranes, let us know. Now these right here are gonna be some pretty cool kits. They're cattle cars. They're cattle cars. They're actual cars. They're laser cut. They're pretty cool. You can see them on the website what they are. Promotex makes them. But we've gotten all these new trucks in. We've gotten all these trailers in. We're getting more. We should have more here in the next day or two, because I know that HO Logistics is out of Colorado and we buy straight direct from them. So we should be getting quite a bit of stuff. But as far as cranes, yeah, it's a special order deal. We really don't, if we do have one, I mean, they don't last long. They're always gone pretty quick. But if it's something you're after, just holler at us and let us know. Do you repair work? Last question. Well, I repair some stuff, but like I got a guy in Colorado here asking for help on I think it was a proto. I'm going to try and help him out. I got these big boys here for some friends that I messed with and worked with. This one I'm waiting on a part. This one I have to re-quarter it, and then I have to fix that drive that broke. So that one's going to be a little bit. But I do repair some stuff. It just depends what it is. As far as putting in DCC, I'll help you put DCC. I'll teach you everything I know, and then there's other guys out there. You need a red KW. You know what? I think Annie did she message you? Because she mentioned it to me. So I think she messaged you that they're going to be coming, because we ordered a bunch of them. The only KW I know of is like this one in the Burkina, or these two. And then there's this, but it's a GM. There is a KW right there, but it's a racing truck. I didn't think you were interested in that one. And the red sold out of these, but I think we got red coming in the HO Logistics. But we do have these Kenworths if you're interested in these, Rodney. I didn't think you were looking at the Burkina when you asked. I thought you were asking about HO, so Logistics. But we have those. You want a day cab. So you want a day cab like this, but red. That should be coming in this week. And as soon as it does, I'll send you a picture, bud. That way you can see exactly what it is. But yeah, you want a day cab. I get it. I don't even think I have a red day cab, but I know that we ordered a bunch of them, so they're coming in. What I know is coming in, I'll show you real quick here, is I think they're a dry van, and it's gonna look like, let me see if I can find it here. I think it's gonna be these. It's a dry van like this, and then we can get the refrigerator units that go on the front of those trailers. Well, come on, if you want to come look through the store, come on over. You know that, Mikey. But yeah, red day cab. I don't even think I own a red day cab. Let's look around here, Rodney. That's not. I think I might have one red truck that's a day cab. And I think it's gonna be, fuck, who knows? Let me look over here. These are just, there's a white day cab. And these are for sale too off of my layout. So I sell these, they're 15 a piece. So if anybody wanted one of those, they're 15 a piece on those used ones that are on my layout. Once in a while I get rid of stuff off the layout. But there is one red, I think it's this one. This is just an old kit. Is that what you're looking for, Rodney? See, this one's missing the fifth wheel because that's probably why it's sitting here. Well, if one don't come in, Rodney, and you order something and put another order in, I'll send you this. I'll just send you that one because you're my buddy. So yeah, that's one red day cab that I have. And then I think there's another red. See, there's a yellow Kenworth or a Peterbilt right there that's going to go for sale too eventually. But I do sell stuff off my layout quite a bit. There's certain things I won't sell, but there's a lot of stuff I will sell. My store is in my home in Denver, Colorado. So if you live anywhere in the Denver area, Denver Model Trains, you can reach out at Denver Model Trains. It's like the one on the farm. Okay, Rodney. The one that I just showed you? Okay. Well, that one's yours. I'll just leave it there and remind me. I'll get it out to you. We live in North Denver. So like I said, you're welcome to come visit if you're in the Denver area. You can come check out the layout, run trains. Only thing I ask is to be respectful of everything. If you break something, tell me. You can take pictures, whatever, when I'm running trains. You can also come shop here direct through us. And you can buy stuff and pick up also, and then you save yourself the shipping, depending what you buy. But anything over 150 is free shipping. So if you buy something and you buy an engine, free shipping. If it's over 150, free shipping. So that's all you got to remember. You saw a 307 at the train table. Santa Fe. When you say 307, you're throwing me off. Are you talking about an F7? Is that what you're talking about? The box boy is helpful, yeah. You know it. That's about all I am, too. A box boy. 307 at the train table. Where at, John? Any word on the pre-order? American Freedom 449. Those are coming out in April, last I know, Davis Trains. You're talking about like that one there? Is that what you're calling a 307? An F3? I just call it an F3. Yes, he says. Behind the coal bar. The coal. Yeah, right here. That F3, right? I think you did. I'm looking. That's the only F3 that's sitting on the layout now in Santa Fe. If somebody can, I'm waiting on Jonathan here. Behind the coal bar. This coal, that one there. Because I've got another F3 right here in Santa Fe. That's my AB set. But as far as any other Santa Fe, I don't think there's anything else out here. He says yes. Yeah, because I
I don't have any other Santa Fe's on. Those are that's the only one that's over there. I think we had one that was a set and it just sold recently, but we can get those F3s if you're interested in an F3. We can get them. The one that's sitting over there by the turntable, that's the first engine I ever had, and it was DC, and I turned it DCC, and I put a Athearn chassis underneath it. But that one there I've had as a kid, since I was a kid. Let me go look back here. The only, like I said, the only Santa Fe's that we have, well, hold on. N scale, and then HO. See, there's an ATSF GP35. I know there's an SD45. I thought there was an SD45. It might have sold the other day. Yeah, it sold. And then maybe a Santa Fe. No, that's it. NS. These are NS, DRGW, GP30, and a 35. I think that's all that's left for Santa Fe, and then SD40 right there. So, what's up, Rich? How's it going? My store is in Denver, Colorado. So, North Denver. It's in my house. We do everything online. But like I said, if you're in the Denver area, you can let us know when you might have availability, and you can come here and run trains, check out some trains, purchase straight from us. And that's kind of the way we do things. Here's another Santa Fe there. But yeah, that's the only F3 that I have sitting on the layout. So I think Rich is working today. Kind of sucks. Rich, I started painting this. I started painting it. That's how I went live, as I started painting. So as it dries, it'll dry a little lighter. And then I'll do some highlight stuff on it. And then, yes, you can still use the codes. So that right there, I'm starting to paint on. And then I'm gonna eventually put it into the layout once I'm done with it, but I'm waiting for it to dry. It takes a long time to dry, especially that paper mache. If you want to see this NS run, it ain't that hard to get it going. The CPKC right there too has the tankers. It's only a flip of a switch here. Flip of a switch, and the layout's on because I got it all controlled where I plugged it all into one wall here. When I built this basement, this whole wall is where I'm plugged into 2 or 3 different outlets here, and I tied it into the switch. So you have to flip the switch on in order to get it going. But this is the NS here. Looks like this one didn't start. No, this one didn't start. I'm not sure what's going on there. Of course, when I want to start something. See that one? That one went to sleep on me. Those two are fine. So this one I'm gonna have to reset. So I'm gonna pull that one off because I already cleared it out of the consist. See, this is the kind of shit that happens when you run a layout. 3, 2, enter. Let's do a setup. I'll just run 2. Forward, and then 1063 backwards. 1063, enter, reverse. Now, see, those two will start. And then you got the 4803 or 5. It's gonna be that one. That's these two. 10:32. There goes the CPKC. Yeah, you can come and visit the layouts. Come check out the trains if you ever come visit, and you can shop right here. So it's a one-stop shop. There you go. That kind of puts it out there. Christmas feels the other day we would like to. We actually have some Christmas sets. That holiday guy. We have some Christmas sets from Pico, and I know that I have every once in a while we'll get stuff from Broadway too when they come out with new Christmas stuff. But like right now, as far as Christmas, I think the only thing that was really left was these Katie cars, and you probably already have it. See that Christmas, Merry Christmas car, Katie. We had a couple of those left. We have a Polar Express car left. The Christmas car's sold. I think there might be a car in here with trees that had a gondola with trees. And then there's the Pico Christmas sets right there. I think that's about all that's left other than like this type of stuff. We've got some of this stuff, the Santa stuff. We've got some, I believe they're here. Not here. Let me look on this side. It's going to be Christmas people. And they might be... Shit, where'd they go? Here I'm looking for stuff. See, when you ask me questions, I start looking and then I get focused. And I know there's a bunch of Christmas. Here it is, right here. See all these Prizer? All this Christmas stuff's in stock. There's even some Santa Claus stuff right there. And then there's, I believe there's a Santa Claus in one of these figures deal here. I can't remember. Dinosaurs, monsters. But there is some Santa Clauses in here too. So that'd be all the Christmas stuff. All right, see you, Rodney. And just remind me on that day cab. All right? And I'll wrap it up. Looks like the NS is coming around right there. I didn't turn the headlights on. There's the coil cars. The coil cars are beautiful. I think they did a wonderful job on them. So check those out. The CPKC is coming around over here. Here's the CPKC. This is a Walters. These just came out. Got ESU, it's pretty quiet. But I did replace the speaker in it. Pretty nice engine though. But those NS's are gorgeous. Those NS's, I love them. They are nice. They're good runners too, and they're heavy. Those die-cast SB70s Broadway come up with. These are nice. Great runners. Starting to run out of smoke fluid, so let me see if I can... There we go. Get a little bit more smoke fluid going in them. Oh, it's loud in here, Davis. And if you got 3 or 4 of these running, it's super loud. I think sometimes Annie even will shut her door. We're gonna take this one to the program track and see why she shut down on me. We're gonna take it back here. We got a program track back here. And I'm gonna take it and throw it on the program track. All this different ballast you see in here, that's Superior Scenics. I haven't ran anything over here since I did these tracks, so we'll see what we got here. It'll probably start right up on the program track. Let's see. We've got the program track right here. Watch, it's gonna start. It'll probably start right up. No, it didn't. That's weird. Well, let's reset it and see what happens. 2. Let's try it again. 08, enter. Let's go back. Select 3. There it is. I don't know why it did that. It shut down on me, but sometimes they do it. It's pretty loud in here. These get loud.